which is the sun is shining today. That's good. That's good. Sunshine is good. I banish all negativity that is coming towards you, and I seal in the good. Remember, which is, if you get rid of something negative, it's a little witchy rule for you. If you get rid of something negative out of your space, whether it's a spirit or a person or a habit, nature hates a vacuum. Look at my hair. I have true witch hair today. Come on. Come on, people. Are you feeling this? I don't care. I'm still here. I'm going to make videos regardless of how my hair looks. Anyways. Looks like a rat's nest. Anyways, nature hates a vacuum. That's the point of this video. I'm sorry. I'll try and stay on track. Now, so what happens? Well, according to scripture, if you cast something out, whatever it is that you cast out goes roaming around searching for a place, a nice little dry place. A dry place, which is particular. And I know I'm straying into religion, but I did study religion. And this was the part that I found interesting, is that, you know, when Jesus cast the demons into the pigs and they ran into the sea, right? So there's something to do with dry and wet. Like, we cast them into like a dry place or something that they can't infect, right? Because water is required for life on this planet anyways. So, anywho, the point of this, and this is really important, that when you get rid of something, you must replace it with something. You can't just have this empty vacuum. And that goes for your soul. That goes for your space. That goes for everything. Okay? So, that's why I say it's better to bind than to cast out. Because until whoever's in charge of that space, be it a body or a place or whatever it is, decides to embrace and bring something equally and opposite that is positive, it's gonna sit empty. And then whatever it was that you got rid of it goes out and it finds friends. Yeah. It says, hey, I got kicked out of this place. Let's go back there and really cause some shit. So, there's a lot of churches around that like to cast things out, but they don't adhere to the principle of replacing it with something good. They don't really understand what they're doing. They're in there kind of fumbling around spiritually, so to speak, because they've got all those blindfolds on. The scales have not fallen from their eyes, and they're sitting there practicing real heavy-duty magic and having no clue what they're actually doing. So that's always fun. But anyways, what happens is, and this happens to people that, oh, I got my house blessed, and now it's even more haunted. Yeah, because the thing that you kicked out of your house by having the priest there, but you didn't change your lifestyle, you still kept watching the same things, you still had the same habits. And these habits are like stuff as essential as keeping your house clean, which I'm not a clean snob. I'm not a clean snob. I have worked as a support worker. I've gone in, and nobody knows it like I do, how if somebody has an injury or something happens in the household, or there are people with different types of mental health conditions where cleaning their house can be overwhelming. I'm not talking about that, but I am talking about that, because if you are in that position, push to get the help, because you will benefit exponentially from just having a simplified and clean living space. But whatever you have, but this is the thing that some people don't realize, right? There are people who haven't developed their spirituality, and they will, sit there and watch horror movies. And I love horror movies. But I also know how to cleanse my house and reset my boundaries and refresh. Because if anything tries to come in and I start, say if I'm like, I'm not seeing anything, no evidence of spiritual infestation. And then I start seeing evidence. And this is why. This is why, babies. You see this? Because this energy, when you're watching my videos, is coming into your space. And I want some feedback. I want you guys to tell me if you guys want me to do a series of how to cleanse your space. That's something that can come up. That's something that could definitely, but I'm going to test the waters, see what the interest is. And I do think that there is an interest in having a spiritually clean place. So you got to kind of know what you're doing, right? So it's like if you were cooking in the kitchen, but you didn't clean up afterwards. Well, the next time you go in to cook a meal or even exist in that kitchen, the longer you leave not cleaning up and doing your dishes, and eventually things pile up and it becomes completely unmanageable. So spiritually, just like we need to bathe daily, and you should be. I'm not saying you have to wear deodorant if you don't want to, but dude, bathing, it's important. Keeping yourself clean, keeping your space clean, and spiritually keeping yourself clean. Because people will play with a Ouija board or do a seance, or they will enter into these spiritual zones, unschooled, uneducated. Oh, my friend's a medium. Are they? Have you vetted them? Do they have experience? Can they sit there and say, yeah, I've cast out demons. I've gone and done some house cleansings. And the thing is, you can cleanse a house all fucking day, every day. If your habits are calling that stuff back in, this is the part. And I know I've been taking a while to get to it, but sometimes that's how I go. That's how I roll. But the fact is that if you don't keep your place sealed, then they're going to come back. And you also have to fill it with something else. Like if you're sitting, I can't tell you how many places I've spiritually cleansed by playing upbeat music, because music is very powerful too. That's something they don't want you to know either, how powerful music is, sound and vibration, because everything is a vibration, right? You're a vibration, I'm a vibration, this phone's a vibration, everything's a vibration. So we really do have oh my God, I can't believe I have like Griselda hair today, seriously. Speaking of cleanliness, holy crap. I know, like one finger points out and three are pointing back. So don't worry. When I tell you these things, I am also talking to myself. I do recognize that. But I just want you to remember that those guys that are cast out of your space, whatever it is, they come back 7 times worse. So when you're doing the work, when you're doing your cleansing, you need to ensure that you're sealing, and you also need to maintain. And there are some places where there's a lot of activity. It may have been invited in. It may have been there before you even got there. Now, there's lots of stuff about this. This is a big subject. So comment, which is love you guys. Take care.